servers, doc types.
Now, when you think of nerdy jobs, you think guys who build computer motherboards or the guys that collide the stuff over in Switzerland, right? But that is just the tip of the iceberg. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dig deep into the workforce to find the most awe-inspiring, ridiculously nerdy jobs that you wish you had.
Rob Pryor has one of the greatest nerd jobs in the universe. As an artist, he's illustrated covers for the likes of Spawn the Impaler to the Terminator series, and got his big break illustrating the iconic Dungeons & Dragons covers of the 80s.
It takes a while to get to a point in your career where you're like, I'm working from home, and if you don't like it, then you don't have to hire me. So how did you get started in this whole thing?
No, I started with airbrushing t-shirts. For a long time at like Dungeons & Dragons conventions and comic book conventions. I kept doing that for a couple of years, and I got really, really good at doing photorealistic characters, and nobody else was doing that at the time. And finally, at enough conventions, somebody would look at it and go, oh, we could use that.
Did your style kind of develop from that? Because you are, one of the preeminent, if not the best photorealistic artist, in the world.
I just kind of had to work at it. I picked a niche of photorealism, which also worked commercially for me because I could do book covers. I could transition from a commercial piece to a non-commercial piece.
How do you get to a point where you're doing cover art for Marvel, where you're doing heavy metal magazine covers?
When you're at conventions, submit your art over and over, get rejected over and over again. You have to continually do art. I mean, you can't just relax, and when you're first starting out, you just got to pump it out.
So tell me what you're working on now that's really cool.
I'm working with a company called Killspace, and we're coming out with a fully interactive medium. It's movies, games, comics, all combined into one. It's something that unlike anybody has ever seen. With this whole combination of things, it's being able to see somebody get a gun put to their head, to actually watch their brains get blown out, and then in order to read anything on the last panel, you have to wipe off the pad.
And then Blood Merchant, expand on it.
This is probably the last time I'll do a fully painted, by hand painted book. I haven't done something like this forever, and I really don't think it's been done in a long time. I think, like since the days of like Arkham Asylum and stuff like that, there's not a lot of like painted stuff that's not on computer nowadays.
Talk about something you do that's very unique. You can actually create art with both hands at the same time.
I did it in order to start saving time.
Are you ambidextrous in life, or just with this?
When I was really young, I had a very paranoid thought about losing one of my hands. I was like, I better learn how to...
Gotta figure this out, left hand.
And, fortunately, it hasn't happened yet.
Some fancy fingerwork indeed, but could he maintain his focus and capture this beauty in one passionate stroke?
That's good. That's good.
You like that?
That's good. That's good. This is gonna be a masterpiece. Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Cool.
I'm done. You want to see this?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Oh, that is nice. That is photorealistic. That looks exactly like I look in the mirror. Thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for having us, man.
Of course,
really
brother.
Appreciate it. It's been awesome. And you really do have one of the coolest nerd jobs on the planet. You will not see this on eBay. This is special to me. Did I put my finger in my mouth?
Yeah, think of livestock.
Oh, yeah.